morning, good evening, hello guys, it is Untitled King and welcome back to another TKWF episode. We are sorry for the delay in episodes, and we are like 2 or 3 days late. I do apologize for that, but we have been experiencing some technical difficulties here at TKWF. But for now, we're starting off with our new multi-man champion, Vex, coming out to say something, so let's get straight into it. Wait, what? Well, that's the rookie Ruthless Rush. Or Rufus Rush, sorry, not Ruthless Rush. But what is he doing? I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. The rookie Rufus Rush just attacked the new multi-man champion, who obviously he beat for the championship, but I'm still at a loss for words. We will get to the bottom of this in the weeks to come, but for now, we have a few new debutees here tonight. We have 4 to be exact. And we are going to showcase 2 of them right here, right now. Here we have, coming from Utah, Cowboy Paul. Now, Cowboy Paul is a devastating big man, as you will. Don't let the look and the name fool you. He is one dangerous wrestler. He's come to the TKWF to make a name for himself, and in his own words, bring the sheriff's law to the TKWF, because he feels that the sheriff's law is needed. I don't know what that means, but that's what he says. And now we have our second competitor in this opening match for the TKWF Episode 3, Scott Priest. Now, 3 of our new signees tonight have come from a company known as DZW. Some people may know that and may know where that is from, but Scott Priest has come to the TKWF to make a name for himself. He feels that he's done all he can in DZW and wants to make an impact here in the TKWF, seeing as this is the new place to be for superstars. Oh, Scott Priest just ignoring the fact that Cowboy Paul is in the ring and just walks straight past him. The utter disrespect here, but for now, we're about to kick off our first show. I apologize for the small graphics in the corner. They will be removed by next match, I assure you. It's just a little bit of an editing glitch due to the graphic designers being away for the week. So we have to make do with what we have. But for now, Scott Priest taking Cowboy Paul to the ground. And Priest is going to try use his size and speed advantage over the much bigger and much slower moving Paul. But nevertheless, Cowboy Paul is a dangerous factor in this match as well. If he gets back on his feet, he will be dominant in this match. And Priest knows that, and Priest is trying to keep him off his feet. Oh, but he picks him up, and this could be the detriment to Scott Priest now. Nice Russian leg sweep there from Cowboy Paul. Now, these two have quite a bit of experience under their belts as wrestlers, so this will be a very interesting matchup. As I said, the speed and agility of Scott Priest against the size of Cowboy Paul. It's always an interesting match when you see a littler guy go up against a bigger guy. In the, I believe, 6'8", Cowboy Paul right now is just dominating Scott Priest. As I said, he needed to use his size and speed advantage over Cowboy Paul really early. Keep him on the ground, because as soon as Cowboy Paul gets up, he is going to dominate. And that's exactly what we have seen here. And surely enough, Cowboy Paul is surely enough, was taking the dominance, but Scott Priest has finally taken advantage back. Oh, but that little move, the slap, another Russian leg sweep from Cowboy Paul. And he is just beating down. He is just beating down Priest, but Priest fighting back once again. This is a very back and forth match, ladies and gentlemen. And surely enough, it is an interesting match between these two gentlemen here. Oh, and here we go. Oh, a superplex! The strength of Scott Priest to be able to lift the bigger Cowboy Paul up here tonight. And these two are just going back and forth. Like I said, the experience of these two to be able to pull off victories here like this, it's just amazing to see. But Cowboy Paul, once again, in the offensive maneuvers. Oh, but Priest with the counter there. Priest back on his feet. Oh, and a Lou Fez press from Scott Priest. Scott Priest showing some respect to some wrestling legends there with the Lou Fez press. And now he's going back with the punches to the head. He's trying to keep Cowboy Paul on the ground, which, as I have explained multiple times in this match, is probably his best strategy in this match if he wants to win. Oh, but the counter from Cowboy Paul and a running STO. Cowboy Paul is back in the offensive, and I don't know if Priest has it in him to stay in the offensive. Oh, and a DDT. Priest is running on his last legs now. Oh, here we go. The choke slam, or as he calls it, the 310 to Yuma. Oh, this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. This could put Priest down for good. One. And a kick out at one. Oh my god, Priest has got a lot of energy back in him. I thought he was on his last legs. Oh, here we go. This move has never been kicked out of. The OK Corral from Cowboy Paul. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in all of Cowboy Paul's career, he has never had anyone kick out of the OK Corral. As you may notice, the very cowboy movie-ish names of the 310 to Yuma and the OK Corral. But, needless to say, just because they are movie references does not mean they are not dangerous moves. And surely enough, they were enough to put Scott Priest down. But congratulations to these two in their debut in the TKWF. Cowboy Paul came out standing tall in this match, but I've got to give it to Scott Priest. He put up an amazing fight here. Let's not take anything away from how well he fought. He had a strategy coming in this match, and it just did not work out for him in the end. His body just gave out before he could beat him. But for now, let's move on to our next match, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with the tag title match, non-title match of the tag team champions versus the Dangerous Alliance. The match we were meant to have last week, but unfortunately, Angelo Epps got injured in training, and then the match between Bishop and Jay Stone got abruptly ended by a count-out timer. But here we are tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is again non-title match between non-title rematch between the Gangster Squad and the Dangerous Alliance, two tag teams that competed in the first episode of the TKWF to see who was crowned as the first tag team champions. And as you see, there they are, the Gangster Squad, the people who came out of that match as the tag team champions. So the titles are not on the line tonight, but a win for the Dangerous Alliance could very well put them near contention for the title. Granted, no other tag teams have come forward to compete, so maybe a win here could very well make them the #1 contenders for the title. But that's something that I'll have to review in how this match plays out. But for now, let's move on to our match, tag team match of the evening. I try to have at least one tag team match every 2 shows to showcase the tag teams. I am in talks with a few tag teams at the moment, in signing some more wrestlers. So maybe we'll see some new tag teams in the coming weeks. But for now, we only have the 2. Unless a few of the singles wrestlers on the TKWF may want to form a tag team, but that is something to be seen at a later date. And already we have Bishop starting off against Angelo Epps, and he is already taking his anger out on Angelo Epps. Granted, Bishop and Jay Stone are the ones that have the more heated rivalry out of these 4 people. I'm sure Bishop hates Angelo Epps nearly as much, because this way he's just throwing Angelo Epps around the ring now. He's coming in with something to prove. And surely enough, that's exactly... Oh! A reversal from Angelo Epps now. I was going to say, surely enough, that's exactly what he's trying to do, is make a statement. But Angelo Epps reversed and is now in the driver's seat of this match, showing why the Gangster Squad are the tag champs by being able to reverse after taking such big slams, being thrown across the ring pretty much. It's just an amazing match between these guys, and it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this match pans out. Again, we still don't know too much about the Dangerous Alliance. I don't properly know who they actually are. All I know is that they... All I know is that they always walk around wearing those masks. I've never seen them without those masks on. I don't know if they're permanently glued on their faces or something. Oh my god, the strength of Angelo Epps there to pull that powerbomb off onto Bishop. And Walker in the shiny body armor. Oh! Well, that did almost nothing to Bishop. It just shrugged it off like it was nothing. That one did a bit more damage, but it also hurt Angelo Epps at the same time. I was about to say, Walker in the shiny armor, sitting on the rope for the Dangerous Alliance, he is a tough competitor. In most of the matches I've seen of these two, he's normally the one that ends the match. He's normally the one that will come in and do the beatings after Bishop has had his fun. They are both tough competitors, and I will not take anything away from Bishop, but it seems that Walker is the better of the two. And Angelo Epps, incorporating the Scott Priest strategy of keeping your opponent on the ground when they are much taller and bigger than you. And Angelo Epps going back to that leg, trying to deal as much damage to Bishop as he can. And this is why these two are tag team champions. They know their way around a tag team match. And they know what they need to do to win. And a DDT from Angelo Epps now. Oh, well, Walker was calling for a tag, but Bishop couldn't get there in time. And surely enough, now Bishop is on the offense once again. The utter strength of these guys is amazing, and I could not imagine anything different. But for now, right now, Angelo Epps is back in the offensive and back trying to stop the tag to Walker. As I explained, Walker is the one who normally ends matches, so the Gangster Squad have probably scouted this tag team. They probably know exactly that's what's happening. Oh, but he takes some time to talk. The crowd didn't catch the tag, apparently. Oh, and now Walker is going to take the dominance in this match. Oh, but a drop kick there from Epps. And now Epps going to his strategy. The fatigue of Epps now slowly picking Walker up. He needs to tag in J-Stone, but he's going straight for fighting Walker. This could be a detriment to the Gangster Squad in this match. Oh, but a super kick from Epps. Epps is very fatigued now. Oh, but he's going for a cover after that super kick. One. And a kick out at one. I didn't think he would do nearly enough damage with that super kick to even get a 2 count. And surely enough, he didn't. Oh, but Walker missed the kick. That's something you don't normally see. And Epps, again, taking the time to taunt to the crowd. Get the crowd on their side. In the tag team match, they were kind of booed. But after they pulled off the magic victory to win the tag titles, the crowd started getting behind them and started booing the Dangerous Alliance. And surely enough, it was almost a double turn, because they came into the first ever match of these two teams booing the Gangster Squad and cheering the Dangerous Alliance, and now in this match they're cheering the Gangster Squad and booing the Dangerous Alliance. But then again, the booing for the Dangerous Alliance only started after last week, when Bishop was more than happy to turn it into a double count-out victory over J-Stone. Bishop, as you can see, resting on the ropes, almost ready to pass out. He really needs Walker to hold his end of the bargain up in this tag team match. Oh, and a nice reversal there from Epps. Oh, but he went to pick him up, but Walker too strong for him. And surely enough, I apologize if you can hear the motorbike in the background, guys. Surely enough, Walker is back on the offensive again. Epps shouldn't have tried picking him up. Oh! Going for an axe handle fall away slam. What a maneuver there from Walker. Oh, and here we go. The tag is made. J-Stone is in the ring. It's J-Stone versus Walker. J-Stone is the freshest in this match, having not been in the match at all yet. Oh, and a nice neck breaker you have there from J-Stone. J-Stone's got a lot to prove in this match, as he wasn't able to beat Bishop last week. He wasn't able to get a pinfall over the Dangerous Alliance in the tag team match. That fell under Epps' name. So will J-Stone be able to prove that he actually isn't being carried by Angelo Epps, and that he actually has something to show for in this match? At the moment, it doesn't look like it, as he's on the ground once again with Walker twisting his neck. There has been a lot of fan backlash against J-Stone, saying that, you know, he is the weaker of the Gangster Squad, and that Angelo Epps shouldn't have him as a tag team partner anymore. And here we go. The jackhammer. 1, 2, and a kick out. He kicked out of the jackhammer. Now that's something you don't normally see. Once they hit the jackhammer, it's pretty much over. And Walker's not very happy about it. He's yelling at the crowd. Poor Jay Stone doesn't know what's coming to him. Oh my god! The back body drop there from Walker. And a spine buster for good measure. Oh, and a spear! A spear from Walker now. Could the spear be able to enough to keep him down? 1, 2. Oh, and Angelo Epps tried breaking it up, but Jay Stone kicked out onto... That was so close, though. If Jay Stone hadn't kicked out, Angelo Epps would have broken it up. But if neither of them had have been able to do that, then that would have been it for Jay Stone. And here we go. The second jackhammer. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Epps didn't break it up in time. The Dangerous Alliance has beaten the Tag Team Champions. Well, congratulations to the Dangerous Alliance. You know, that's got to be big things for them moving forward in the Tag Team division. That could very well put them at the number 1 contendership spot. But for now, we have 2 more denizens from the DZW. And here we have a beast of a man in Grim Oxley. Now, a little bit of backstory between these two. They train together in the DZW dojo. They are pretty much friends, if you will. They demanded, they requested that their debut match be against each other because they know that they bring the best out of each other and they want to show what they have. This is a bit of a friendly rivalry that these two have been having since the days at the dojo. Since their debut match against each other in DZW, and throughout their entire careers they've been in a friendly rivalry trying to challenge each other. And here we have his opponent, Jackson Jepson. Again, these two have been basically by each other's sides through their entire career. Every time there's been an achievement, they've been here to celebrate it together. And debuting the TKWF is an achievement in of itself. So, surely enough, we see them debuting together in what will be a very technical rivalry, or friendly rivalry, but technical battle between these two. Nice butterfly suplex to start off from Jackson on Grim Oxley. Now, as I said, these two have been training together since day 1 in the dojo. They know each other back. They know each other back to front. They know each other's movesets in and out. And this is going to be a very interesting matchup between these two. Because they are both powerhouses. And they both will throw each other around the ring. Slam each other until there's no more slamming. Oh! And the snake eyes to the top turnbuckle. Now, again, these two are friends. But when they get into the ring together, they don't let that hold them back. They give it their all when it's these two in the ring. And I have a feeling this won't be this is the first time, but it won't be the last time we will see Oxley and Jepson in a ring together as competitors. Because, as I said, they bring the best out of each other and they know it. And they love to test themselves. Every few months they decide to have a match against each other to see how they've improved over the few months. These two push each other to be greater, to be better. And surely enough, that's what they're going to be doing in this match. And these two are already going back and forth, but Jepson currently in the driver's seat with a Northern Lights suplex there. And a DDT from Jepson. And now Jepson is basically taking reins in this match so far, but Grim Oxley has gotten a bit of offense in. Oh, and a nice counter there from Oxley. And Oxley trying to stay on the offensive now. Oh, missed the kick. As I said, these two know exactly what these two will go for. They know each other's moveset in and out. They know each other back to front. They will do anything they can to win this match to show that they are the better of the two. Oh, and the strikes now from Oxley. Now, Oxley is more of a brawler with some slams, while meanwhile Jepsen is more of a slammer with some strikes. But they both have found a balance of the two to be the overall beasts that they are. Nice super kick there from Jepsen. So we've seen Scott Priest of the DZW earlier tonight put on a great performance but not be able to pull a win off. At least one of these two DZW superstars will have a victory in their name at the end of this. But which will it be? Will it be Oxley or Jepsen? Now this is going to be an interesting matchup. It has been an interesting matchup so far, with these two throwing everything they have at each other. And Oxley going for his very famous knee strike, then kick to the chests. This is a strategy he's used to win many a match. Oh, and the punch now. And he's getting the crowd behind him. He's getting hyped. Jepsen's slowly looking beaten down now. Oxley is very much in the driver's seat of this match now. Now, these two are very even in their matchups. It's almost 1-for-1 every time they face. And I think last time these two faced, Jepsen got the victory. So, who knows who's going to pull the victory out tonight? Will it be Jepsen, and will he take their rivalry match further in the records, I should say? Or will Oxley be able to tie the records up once again? Oh, and the Dragon Cutter! The Dragon Cutter, or as he calls it, the Carousel. Oh my god, that normally puts his opponents down. The Carousel, as he calls it. It is also known as a Dragon Spinning Cutter, I believe. The Carousel has never been able to, well, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. It is normally his ending move, and surely enough, he's going to the top rope, something we don't always see from him. Oh, and an elbow drop, but it misses! And surely enough, an elbow to the head. And a slam from Oxley. Oxley knew that the top rope is Jepsen's last-ditch effort if the Carousel doesn't win. He knew it was coming. He rolled out of the way, and he tried to get back on the offensive. But Jepsen throws him back in the ring. Oh, and the dirtiness of Jepsen, rubbing his fists across Oxley's face. Oh, and a spinning discus punch! The discus punch from Jepsen now. Oh, and now the dirty tactics are coming out from Jepsen. Now, Oxley understands that Jepsen likes to go to the dirty tactics. He doesn't hold them against him. He knows that either of these people will do anything it takes to win, and if it takes some dirty tactics to do it, then by God, he'll do it. But Oxley doesn't like to... Oh, and a slam! Oxley doesn't like to partake in the heelish tactics, if you were, but he doesn't hold it against Jepsen when Jepsen tries to do it. Oh, I thought he was going for another carousel there, but he just went for a snapmare. Oh, and another spinning discus punch! Or a discus elbow, sorry, not a discus punch. I guess you could technically call it a punch, even though he mainly strikes with his elbow. Oh no. Oh, and a slam from the head. Oh, well, we know what this is. Oh my god. The knee to the gut, that has just gotta hurt. Oh, and here we go. The Reaper Bane. He calls that move the Reaper Bane. It is normally one to put his opponents away, but tonight, it is not. Jepsen kicked out of the Reaper's Bane. Oh, and we know what's coming. If the Reaper's Bane doesn't hold you down, this move certainly will. The Grim Ending. No one has ever kicked out of the Grim Ending before. Nor has Jepsen ever kicked out of it. But here we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Grim Ending has ended the match and put Jepsen away for another time. As I said, these two are close friends and close rivals, and they have put each other through hell in this match. I've got to give it both to them. They wanted to debut in TKWF together because they know that they could showcase what they had. And unfortunately, the carousel was not enough to put Grim Oxley down today, nor was the Reaper's Bane enough to put Jepsen down, but the Grim Ending was enough to put Jepsen down. Congratulations to Grim Oxley in his debut win over his friend and rival, Jackson Jepsen. It's going to be great to see what these two have in the coming months, but for now, we have a Cruiserweight title to contend. Now, for those of you that did not see last week, it is the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, this all started because both Jesse Kincaid and the Senshi, even though they both lost their title matches in week 1, they performed valiantly and put on a brilliant victory. And as I said last week, even though it's named the Cruiserweight title, it's more of a light heavyweight title because we don't have enough Cruiserweights to have just a 205 and below contendership. So we allowed some of the light heavyweights to compete for the title as well, just to broaden our title division just a tad. But surely enough, Jesse Kincaid fought valiantly against the the Senshi last week. And then after the match, Akira Falcon came out and tried attacking Jesse Kincaid, but Jesse Kincaid locked in the crippler crossface and was enough to make Akira Falcon tap. Will we see Akira Falcon tap here tonight, or will the Falcon be able to be victorious once again in defending his Cruiserweight Championship? A reminder that we haven't seen a single successful title defense in this universe so far. Granted, we've only had one title defense so far in the Multi-Man Championship, but we haven't seen a successful title defense. Will Akira be our first, or will he be another one to fall to the hands of fate and lose his championship? But surely enough, this will be an interesting match, as these two haven't ever faced each other, but they have been studying each other for years. Looking forward to a match. Every time these two have been able to fight each other, something happens and they've never been able to complete this match. So this is like a rivalry that hasn't ever actually moved into a match. And there he is, Akira Falcon, handing his Cruiserweight title to the ref. So yeah, these two have been at each other's throats for years, but have never actually had a match. This is the first time that they will actually compete together, and it's for that title, the Cruiserweight title, the title that Akira Falcon beat the Senshi for, and then Jesse Kincaid beat the Senshi to win a number one contendership match. Now you may notice Jesse Kincaid has some different gear on, as he did last week, because he noticed that it was very similar in style to Akira Falcon's, and he refused to, in Jesse Kincaid's words, wear the same clothes as that frickin' loser. So, Jesse Kincaid went out of his way to get a complete new attire here tonight, just so that he wouldn't have to wear clothes that slightly resemble Akira Falcon's attire. And I mean, I've got to thank him for that, because it's not a good look when people are wearing the same gear. Oh, and a nice suplex there. And Kincaid's just taking dominance in this match the entire time now. And he's taking some time to gloat. He feels that he's got this match won already. Oh, and a back suplex now. And a kick to the knee. Jesse Kincaid has just come into this match and is just dominated. Akira Falcon not at the top of his game here tonight, which is strange because Akira Falcon's normally always at the top of his game. So something has gotten in to Akira Falcon's head, and it is, alas, it is one and only between these two. Oh, and a nice slam, sunset flip there from Akira Falcon. Oh, and a double leg stomp. Akira Falcon may be finally picking up some steam here. And surely enough, Akira Falcon is going to take the dominance here over Kincaid. He's going to fight to try to keep his title, and Kincaid's going to keep fighting to try to take it from him. Oh, and a nice reversal there from Kincaid. Oh, and Falcon taking some time to taunt now. He feels that he's in the driver's seat once again. Oh, they're taking it to the outside. Championship's advantage is in play here. If this ends in a countout, which I hope it doesn't, then Falcon will keep his title, and I feel like he knows that, and that's why he's not risking, or he's not worried about a countout at all. I really hope this match doesn't end in countout, because this match deserves a final victor. Oh, and he's locked in that leg lock. The famous leg lock that's made tap so many superstars before. But Falcon quickly to kick out of it there. And another sunset flip from Akira Falcon. These two are just going toe-to-toe in this match. They both know each other inside and out. As I said, this is a rivalry going on for many years. Sling Blade from Akira Falcon. Oh, and he goes for the cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. But they've never actually faced off, so it's just been years and years of learning everything that they can do. And Shining Wizard, the move that won him the Cruiserweight Championship. Could this put KINCAID down? Or 1, 2, 3, it's not. That was so close, that was almost a 3 count. Akira Falcon arguing with the ref, but KINCAID's shoulder was up at probably 2.9. Oh, and he's locked in the leg lock. Could we see Akira tap here? Oh no, he's about to. Could we see a new champion here? We do! What? Akira Falcon just tapped to the leg lock of KINCAID, or as he calls it, the King's Lock. And Jesse KINCAID is our new Cruiserweight Champion. Well, this has been a very back and forth match. We saw him try to lock in the King's Lock before, but it didn't work. The Sling Blade, and then the Shining Wizard wasn't enough to hold KINCAID down, and he must have just pulled it out of nowhere. He barely had anything in him, but he locks in the King's Lock, and surely enough, Jesse KINCAID is the new Cruiserweight Champion. Well, Akira Falcon was not at the top of his game here tonight, and something's got to be up. But here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse KINCAID, on top of his game, is the new Cruiserweight Champion. But for now, let's move on to our final main event evening of the match. That made no sense. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. What I meant to say was our main event match of the evening, and I completely flubbed my words. I did a botch in commentary, if you will. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have the rematch of last week that ended in a count-out victory. And here we have, entering first, the Intercontinental Champion, Andre Salas. You know, he had an amazing first match against Yamamoto to claim that Intercontinental Championship. Last week wasn't so much. I mean, he put up a brilliant fight against TK Landon, but he just couldn't pull off the victory. I mean, TK Landon had to win via Fallout victory, so... sorry, count-out victory is what I should say. So, surely enough, this should be an interesting match. I set this match so that these two would have a definite victory and would have a definite winner in this rivalry. And here we have the TKWF World Champion, the man, TK Landon. Now, he is one brilliant fighter. He is taking down some of the best names in the business. And even in TKWF, he's taken down Doc. He's taken down Andre Salas once. Even though it was a count-out victory. I don't know why I keep saying Fallout victory. But, surely enough. TK Landon, the man, the myth, the world champion, is surely going to put on an amazing match here against Andre Salas in their rematch. And Salas is already taking a dominance in this match from the get-go, using his speed advantage over TK Landon to try stay on top. And we saw this in their match last week as well. But now there's a bit more at stake. Now that Salas knows that he can pretty much beat TK Landon. The only reason he lost last week was because of a countout. So these two know exactly what they're doing, where they're going in this match. And they probably went back and looked at the tapes from last week, and they looked at all their little mistakes and tried to work on themselves, tried to fix it, tried to improve everything that they had. Because they will not let this match end in a countout victory again. This match will come down to a pinfall or submission. And then we will have the definite better champion, the Intercontinental Champion or the World Champion. Now, I hold both of these titles at a very high level, in high regard, which is why I've put my 4 best TKWS signees in contention for those titles, in being Andre Salas versus Yamamoto and Doc versus TK Landon. And the two, I feel, best wrestlers came out as the champions. Oh, and here we go, 1, and a kick out at 1. That was a very interesting move there from Andre Salas. Unfortunately, wasn't enough. Oh, and a counter from Landon there. Fortunately, it wasn't enough to hold TK Landon down for even a 2 count, but headlock takedown there from Landon. Real technical wrestling right here in this main event. Rolls out of it, Salas does, and now Landon back on the offensive. A reminder that he is unbelievable. The unbelievable TK Landon, as he calls himself. And these two don't know whether they want to be inside the ring or outside the ring. Oh, but they're both outside the ring now. And Salas catches TK Landon off guard there to take the offensive in this match. And now these two are fighting outside the ring. We do not want a full-out I keep saying full-out victory for some reason. A count-out victory for either of these two in this match. We want a definite winner of this match. And at the moment, I can't guess who's going to be who. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. TK Landon back on the offensive. You know, I kind of hope that the world champion can get the victory here. But at the same time, I'd like the Intercontinental Champion to get a victory to show that maybe the Intercontinental Champion is on par, if not better, than the World Champion. And surely enough, Salas, oh, he's going for his heelish tactics now. He's done with trying to play fair. He's just trying to win. Going for that big slam again. I'm not sure what he calls it, but it is definitely a dangerous move. I don't know what he was going for there. Oh, and here we go. Oh, well, he went for the blue thunder bomb. Oh, and the knee strike. He went for the blue thunder bomb, which is what won him the Intercontinental Championship, but TK Landon, being the veteran superstar he is, countered it into a running knee strike. And a DDT now. And what an amazing match these two are putting on. Oh, and the unbelievable kick. Oh, and here we go. And a rope break. And now Landon taking some time to meditate in the middle of a wrestling match. Interesting tactic there. The unbelievable kick wasn't enough to hold him down. A reminder, that is the same move that he used to beat Doc and win the World Championship in Episode 1. Now Landon very much on the offense now until Salas counters and goes back into the offense. Interesting. Here we go, 1. And a kick out at 1. Oh, and a kick to the head. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Well, this is going to be a very interesting match, ladies and gentlemen. And the kick to the face now. Oh no. Well, we know what's coming next. The unbelievable kick. 2 unbelievable kicks. That's got to be enough to hold Salas down, is it not? 1, 2, 3. And it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the TKWF World Champion TK Landon moves on. Or I was about to say moves on, but he's not moving on for anything. He wins this match and is the overall better champion between the World Heavyweight Champion and the Intercontinental Champion. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the TKWF. We apologize once again for the late upload, but we have been suffering some technical difficulties this week. But if you liked it, hit the like button. If you want more content from me, hit the subscribe and the bell. And we will see you next week. Good afternoon, good night, and goodbye.